Well, I'm going to start off with KenolKobil today because we've seen a rise in that share price after the company said it expects better first half results. The company said that boosted by stronger non-fuel revenue at its fuel stations. What are the assumptions when it comes to the support KenolKobil has enjoyed over the period?
I guess it's a question that we are actually all asking when we saw it starting to rise up and go forward. We're wondering what is in it. The company comes and makes a statement on that they're expecting good results, which I really don't think is the reason why it is going up that much. Because if you notice on the foreign buys and sells, that there are more foreigners selling the stock than foreigners picking the stock. And the news that they actually just lost the attribution in court, and Kenya Petroleum and Refinery Limited planning on not processing their fuel if they bring in fuel, which they are not allowed to bring in if they don't have that contract. So I think just a bit of speculation that is just pushing the price up, but really nothing fundamental on the ground. In terms of the results, yes, we expect better results this quarter than what they had previously. And obviously, they are normally one of the highest dividend payers, so people might be picking up the stock for getting a good dividend yield.
Of course, you've just touched on some of the headwind that this company has run into with Kenya Petroleum refineries being allowed to now terminate the processing of crude oil for KenolKobil. Run us through what this actually means for the business moving forward and how this has all come to the fore.
Basically, it all started when Kenya Petroleum Refiners Limited increased the processing fees, which KenolKobil decided that's a bit too high, and they've been falling behind on that payment, which now went to court and everything like that. What it means on the business, basically, if you can't import crude oil where you can make a small margin by selling the crude oil to the rest of the petroleum players in the market, so they are losing a bit of that revenue. But however, I don't think this brawl will last that long. They are the market leader in the market. They have the largest footprint of petrol stations in the country. So anything that affects the supply will affect the general economy. So I think it's something that will be sorted out in the next week or two.
Has KenolKobil actually stepped up and come out with some kind of response? Because we were waiting all through yesterday for management to come out with some kind of statement.
We have not heard anything from them.
Okay, well, of course, we will be tracking that story as it unfolds. In the meantime, we've got KCB really standing in the spotlight today because the market is anticipating its first half numbers. What are your expectations with regards to that?
For a bank that has a balance sheet like KCB, I will not be surprised if they actually bring out very good results. We're actually expecting at least moderately higher results than what they presented in the first quarter. And just to boost the uptake of their rights, I'm sure there will be an interim dividend of some sort to try and entice investors more into taking up the rights. The share price just went down, but it's starting again slowly but surely going up, mainly also pushed by foreigners who are on a net buying position on the counter. So we do expect moderate but higher returns from KCB.
Of course, yesterday was the last day that you could trade rights at the bourse. It doesn't seem to have been successful in actually completing the sale of that rights issue. Traders saying that it seems less likely that the KCB rights issue will be fully subscribed. We know that the minimum subscription level is 50%, but do you see this throwing a spanner in the works at all, Reginald?
No, not really. I guess after we hear the results, I think that's why they're actually announcing the results very early this time around, to try and make sure that to retain that investor confidence in the company, investors to buy in to the company, showing that they have a good track record of good results and their future projected results will also be good. Because for a company going for a rights issue, for a company of the magnitude of KCB with a big balance sheet already, some people start wondering, why do they need more money? And you actually have one of the largest balance sheets in the country, and you've just had a rights issue 2-3 years ago. So the results will be very key.
Well, of course, previous rights issues have allowed the company to grow, to grow at a materially faster trajectory. What are you expecting this time round? A repeat of what's played out in the past? Do we just look at further regional expansion here?
Most of these funds are actually earmarked for Kenya. I don't think they're going out of the country that much. I think they want to try and consolidate their business here in Kenya and make sure that it's on the right pedestal going forward before they strengthen their business in the region. I think they had gone for regional expansion at a bit of expense for their local business, which now I think now they're looking back into trying to consolidate, make sure that their banking core systems are all up to date and everything, and boost the new business that they got on board when they merged with S&L Mortgage Company.